Did you know that the sugar you find on grocery store shelves comes directly from plants? It's true. In fact, there are absolutely no preservatives or additives in real sugar. It's a 100% farm-to-table process. Here's how it works. Real sugar comes from two plants, sugar beets and sugar cane. Both plants gather energy from the sun and use a process called photosynthesis to turn that energy into sugar. Once these plants are harvested, the sugar the plants make is extracted and purified to give us the sugar we use at home. Sugar beets are delivered from the field to processing facilities near farms. First, they're cleaned and sliced into thin strips called cossettes that look a little bit like French fries. The cossettes are soaked in hot water, which absorbs the sugar, creating sugar juice. That juice is then purified by carbonation and filtration to remove any leftover plant material and boiled to create a pure syrup. That syrup is boiled again, which is when sugar crystals start to form. Those crystals are then spun in something called a centrifuge to separate the crystals from the remaining syrup and naturally occurring molasses and dry them out, similar to a washing machine for clothes during the spin cycle. Once the sugar is washed and spun once more, it is packaged. Next stop, your store. To extract sugar from sugar cane, the plants are delivered to a raw sugar factory near the farm. At the factory, the sugar cane stalks are washed and cut into shreds. Huge rollers crush the sugar juice out of those shreds. The juice is then purified by carbonation and filtration and boiled to remove water through evaporation. This leaves behind a clear, golden syrup. As water evaporates from the syrup during boiling, sugar crystals form. Those crystals are then spun in a centrifuge, leaving behind light brown raw sugar. That raw sugar is transported to a refinery, where it's washed to remove the molasses that gives it its light brown color. This washing turns the crystals back into syrup, which is then boiled until crystals form, and spun again, just like it is with the sugar that comes from sugar beets. That sugar is then dried, packaged, and shipped out to your local store. You may be wondering, what happens to the parts of the plant that are left over after we extract the sugar? Great question. We use a lot of it. As responsible caretakers, sugar farmers and processors give back to the environment as much as they can. The tops of the sugar beets and the pulp that's left over after we extract the sugar can both be used to feed cows, horses, and other livestock. The sugarcane plant fibers are called bagasse, and they're used to power the factories that purify sugar. Even the molasses that's left over when we process sugar is used. In fact, molasses from sugarcane is a key ingredient in things like gingerbread. The molasses from sugar beets is even used in dog food. So not only is real sugar a true farm-to-table product, the way we produce it is green too. Want to learn more? Check out sugar.org today.